Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Nathan Gaming. Holy crap. I probably shouldn't swear the first time I start a video, but man, I apologize. It has been so long since I posted a video. So long. It has been so damn long. I mean, I kind of already mentioned this before, that I would have an inconsistent schedule for at least quite some time. But it's like, probably all the time until maybe I get a different job, I guess. But it's I don't know how else to best explain it. I had the main reason why I've been unable to get to recording is because well, inventory is coming. There was a lot of stuff that needed to be done. And it's also just like I was kind of in a slump for a bit, and other than that, I kind of didn't like coughing a lot in my videos, and also another aspect of it was also just the, well, I mean, I've had family come over. You know, there's a small list of things that prevented me from recording, and yeah, so yeah, it was, yeah, but mostly it was just me in a slump. Like, if it was anything else, I probably could have found a way to work around that. But no, there have been a few days where I've just like, I was just kind of in a point and moment where I was just like, I can't stream. I just can't stream. Not stream. I can't record because it's and not only am I not in the mood for it, but I'm literally questioning my life and my choices right now. I was having I guess you could say, a midlife crisis, an existential dread type of moment, and I get those every now and again, because I really don't know what to do with myself. I really don't. Like, as someone who just wants to play games just to relax and just chill, I that's the whole point of me wanting to play video games, is just to relax and chill. And I know it's been a while, because I just didn't want to bring that kind of energy to these recordings. I don't think it probably matters to some people. Who knows? Maybe it'll actually make for interesting content. I don't know. But I don't need to bring that kind of energy. There's enough people in the world who have that kind of energy, and I don't need to be the one to bring that kind of energy. But yeah, so yeah, that was kind of the main reason why you haven't seen me for at least a good bit. It's been at least over a week. At least over a week. I'm pretty sure it's been over a week. Anyways, yeah. So that was the main crux of why it's been so long. So, yeah, without further ado, just jump into it. I was eager to get back into this game, and I still am. So last time we left off, we got to a Chozo ruin to reacquire our Varia suit, and you would think that from the amount of time it's been since I played this game, I would probably have forgotten that, but it's not true. It's not true at all, because I still remember this game. I'm still quite impressed with it. I enjoy it so much that I do remember bits and details of it that I otherwise would have likely forgotten. And also, I wasn't, I've been taking my time with this game. But I've also been taking my time with Tales, which I've already made I made a few videos on that before I went on my sudden hiatus, so yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Metroid Prime and Metroid Zero Mission, all great Metroid games. I don't know if I'm ever going to do the Prime series. Maybe if they make remasters for it, I'll do the Prime series, but I will not do the Prime series unless I'm kind of switching cartridges. Anyways, time to do the next 2 hours of Metroid Fusion. considered to be one of the better Metroid games of the 2D Metroid series. So yes, let us do this. Let us hop right into the experience. Let me go ahead and just turn it on. And while it's turning on, I'll make myself a drink because I am thirsty now. There's that Hyperkin logo. I did mention what I was playing this thing on. It's nice that you can actually get different ways to play certain games now. You can like get all kinds of third-party devices for this stuff. Metroid 4. Oh, that's a little ironic. I suppose it's not that ironic, but it's just funny. I'm talking about Prime 4 and fucking Metroid 4 pops up. So yeah, I don't have really much context about this game. I do have some context for this particular one though. I forgot that Zero Mission isn't the one where the X-parasites get introduced. It's gonna be this one. But yeah, this is where Samus apparently, like, I believe she gets infected by an X-parasite, right? Or something? I don't know. She just suddenly went into an asteroid belt, though. And, explosions happened. But, yeah. Look, the only thing I do know is that, Samus goes onto, planet of the the planet with the Metroids. What was that, ZDR or something like that? And, or am I thinking of a different one? And upon entering the surface of the planet, she gets infected by an X-parasite, and some crazy shit happens, and suddenly, you know, yeah, more surviving alien hostile world bullshit. But yeah, it's the only thing I really know. I'm not joking. I literally know next to nothing about this game. It's I'm trying to think of what else, because I'm literally scrounging for things, because I watched videos of people talking about these games, and like a while back, and I don't remember a whole lot of them. Just go ahead and watch this cutscene while this gameplay montage while I just go ahead and chug this drink. According to my dentist, apparently the G Fuel is not good for my teeth. It stains my teeth, so if I'm gonna drink it, I need to chug it. I suppose that's another thing I could mention. That's I went to the dentist not too long ago. Oh yeah, that is probably one other reason why I didn't make any videos too. That I think about it. I'm not that busy. To be honest, to be frank, I'm not that busy in real life. I'm just it's just I work like 8 hours a day. But it's more like I'm away from the house for 9 because my lunches are an hour long, and it's just so yeah, I'm technically gone from my house for 9 hours, and I don't get back until like much later. And I really have no love for headphones. Oh, kind of mutes the sound though. Anyways. I also went through here and purged some of the data too, so I've been assigned to watch over biologics research team. I don't think that's how that is supposed to work, but okay. I've been assigned to watch over biologics research team. I don't think that's how that works. I think you mean biologists? The biological research team? Never mind. I mentioned this probably once before too, but the translations for these games is serviceable at best. And it is kind of not that great in terms of how it's technically translated in Japanese. It's serviceable at best, and it's contextually destructive at worst, at its finest. Because I don't think I need to tell you how the difference is between the perception that Japanese players of these games likely have versus the perception that Western players have of this game. Because for some reason in the translations of these games, a lot of contextual things got changed. Like, Samus isn't even technically a space bounty hunter. She's actually just a warrior. She's just a space-trotting, globe-trotting warrior in a power suit. That's it. That's all. She's not a bounty hunter. She's literally just running around saving the galaxy because she's frankly a fucking superhero. She's Boba Fett. She is not. Which probably goes into a lot of why so many people had such a fucking hard time with Metroid Other End, but I'm not even gonna get into that. I've made a rant about that in my playthrough in my entirety of my playthrough for Metroid Zero Mission. So yeah. Moving on. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. So that's the planet. No, okay. We're not even gonna... Oh, this is it. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. Yep, and you just sat there and took it. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when a disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. How does your ship drift into an asteroid belt? Did you accidentally guide your ship into an asteroid belt? The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. Which would just be Earth, right? Because I remember that at least they would be changed to EarthGov. I don't know. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Whoa. Hold on. Are you saying that this power suit is organic? You're saying that there's a power suit this entire time has been organic? It's partially alive? You fucking what, mate? I guess that goes a long way to making sense of the weird shape memory alloy-like nonsense that it constantly shifts and forms into different things, but it's like, Jesus. How the hell does that work? Okay. I guess that's interesting. That's actually kind of interesting. So then if her armor is made of, it has a layer of organic tissue around it that allows it to morph into different things, it must be some type of special alien matter. It's got to be something that allows itself to form and evolve in a very quick and efficient way. and it likely needs, like, it must have been a creature that had that has the skin of a creature that has an outer shell, and that the outer shell, once attached to the skin, if certain elements and conditions are met, it can evolve into a different type of armor, or it could evolve to meet the needs of what the creature needs to survive. So that begs the question of, what the fuck did they do to get this organic tissue into this power suit? Where did they get it from? What kind of alien life form helped create this fucking marvel of technology? The world may never know. Anyways, enough of that sci-fi bullshit. God. Anyways, let's move on. That it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Moving on. Come on. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance, however. The X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. Oh, that was easy. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. Oh boy, vaccines, bro. We got some vaccines in this bitch. At least this one sounds more effective than the actual vaccines. I'm not gonna go there. I know YouTube has a thing about that sort of shit, but it's just like, look, if you get the thing or you don't get the thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Honestly, I don't understand what the hubbub is. If you don't want it, then don't get it. And if you do get it, then great. Why do you have to tell other people to get it? Why do you have to make sure that everybody else has to also get it too? Technically, if you have a vaccine of something that is contagious, and it's supposed to do the thing that it's supposed to do, which is to make you more immune to infection of that particular disease, then by all accounts, you shouldn't be afraid to walk around near people who have the sickness, because your body should be able to fight off the sickness. Alright? Because that's the point of the vaccines, is to build up your immune system, to give the immune system an idea of what the fuck it is, how it works, how it functions, and if you do it right, the first one is supposed to be the dummy virus. It injects a non-hostile virus of the same virus into your body, and in doing so, your body fights off the infection and makes a mental note of what that virus looks like and how it functions. And so then the next time you go in to get the second shot, what it does is that it basically injects like another dummy version of that same virus, but only it's actually got the ability to attack your immune system, but in a way to where it can't self-replicate. So, in other words, it injects you with a hostile virus that though it will spread, it will not last very long, because it can't regenerate. It can't attack other cells and propagate its I guess you could say its regenerative virus multiplication ability. I can't think of the scientific term that they use to describe what that's called, but the point is that it attacks your body, but it doesn't actually do the things that it sets out to do. It can't do the things that it sets out to do because it's literally neutered. It's a neutered vaccine. A neutered version of the virus. It can't fuck you over. It will make you fucking feel sick, though. Your body will act and behave like you're fucking sick, but It's only momentary. It's gonna last for like a day, and then your body's gonna kick it almost immediately. If not half a day. It'll probably make you feel like shit, but it's gonna, but for the most part, that's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work technically, okay? According to all of the people that I've asked, according to all of the researching that I've been doing about these things, and this was even before the big Rona was a thing. But it's like, all the research that I've done has told me and has led me to believe, according to even some of the doctors that I've spoken to when I went in for certain checkups and surgeries, that's how vaccines are supposed to function. So, and if that's what everywhere else says, and if that's what the doctor says, then clearly that has to be how they work. Anyways, enough of this. The point being is that I don't understand why people have to get so uppity about whether or not people are able to, whether people get vaccinated for anything. It's just stupid. It's just really stupid. I get that it's a scary thing to have a pandemic of some kind that goes around, but I mean, look, we've had a few pandemics, all right, and this one wasn't that terrible, all right. Yes, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people could probably have died. I haven't actually checked the numbers for the recent pandemic, but I definitely could tell you that it's not nearly as bad as the chickenpox virus that we got. What was the last pandemic that we had that claimed the lives of like a lot of people? I can't remember. I think it was the swine flu that was the biggest one. I remember when I was in middle school, one thing that people were really concerned about when it comes to sicknesses was the swine flu epidemic. But anyways, yeah, it's certainly not as notable or as destructive as, say, the Black Death, which that claimed literal millions of lives. That shit killed almost half of the human population on Earth. I'm not even fucking around when I say that. It claimed nearly half of the population on Earth. I believe that was the statistic. And that's crazy. That's crazy. One virus did that. One type of virus did that. Jesus. Anyways, but yeah. It's small pittance in comparison to the kind of shit that we're experiencing nowadays. All right, and our medical technology is so advanced now that I scarcely imagine that any sort of virus or infectious disease could possibly screw us over, unless we ourselves make the thing that kills us, i.e., biological weapons of warfare, and we expose it to the populations of Earth and to human societies. That's the only possible way, and it has to be something truly devastating, like, say, the G virus. We're talking Resident Evil levels of bioterrorism here. That's the only way we could possibly get so royally fucked over by a virus, or some type of contagion that spreads quickly and very destructively. And it's actually been stated that it's actually possible that a actual zombie virus could exist. Think about that one for a second. As actual zombie virus could exist, it's just that no one's invented it because, of course, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you want to create a zombie virus? They said, and the scariest part of it is that, according to some medical scientists, biologists, they say that it's actually scary how easy it is to potentially create one. Because all you would need to do is get a bunch of highly infectious, traits from other diseases and viruses, splice it into this one virus that could be something like a herpes virus or a rabies virus, and you just Amplify the rabies aspect of the virus so that way it makes people actively want to fucking exude an aggressive level of violent tendencies to actually want to bite someone. And it could actually be possible. It could actually be scarily and eerily possible to create a zombie virus. It just requires one stupid fucker to do it. One stupid fucker to do it. Think about that. You think that nuclear Armageddon is bad? Wait until the next mad scientist decides that they're going to go and play God for a little bit, and they're just like, I'm gonna create the ultimate zombie virus. And then fucks the rest of us over. Just wait for that day. Wait for that period. Just wait on that one. Think about that for a second. Every day we come one step closer away from God, and every day we are reminded that God is dead and we have killed him. Every single day. Anyways, I've been sitting on this one fucking screen for a while. Let's move on. So they proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. Great. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. I don't think that's how cellular destruction works, but that's cool. Especially we're talking about Metroid cells and DNA. So I guess that goes to explain how Samus got her Metroid DNA. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Yep, you became part Metroid. Congratulations, Samus. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Oh, that was the DNA from the Metroid hatchling? Oh, interesting. Yeah, you owe it your life twice over now. Actually, 3 times, because if I remember correctly, in Super Metroid, it also saved you from having to fight a mini-boss or something. Before it's also tried to kill you, but anyways. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station for some reason. This awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. So, are you being told to go there to investigate, or are you investigating because of the fear that you have? Is it the hunch, or is it because someone told you to do it? My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Oh. Wait. Isn't the AI that's on the ship, though, just Adam? Isn't that just Adam? Or maybe she doesn't know that it's Adam yet. So, is this her ship after it's been rebuilt, or is this a Federation ship? There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388 as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. From how slow this thing reads, I'm starting to wonder if I should read this thing like younger Picard from Generations, I think. I think that was the Picard. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room. On the way. Uplink from there is your objective. Clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine room. Obey. I don't think that's actually how he sounds, but they made so many jokes about it because that's literally how Hammy it sounds on certain TV shows and shit. Wow, she looks so much different in the Zero, in this fusion suit. Well, she doesn't control that different, that's for sure. Oh wow, it almost sounds like Dread. Oh. Beam me up, Scotty. Confirm mission objective. Now, go to the quarantine bay. Alright. So we've been fucking around long enough. Let's go ahead and get right onto it. Alright. How am I gonna place this? You know what? I'll place this as both the end of Metroid Zero Mission and also the beginning of a new playlist for Metroid Fusion. That's what I think I'm gonna do. That way it's not so weirdly confusing. And of course, I could just record, you know, I could just, I think I still have the recent video on my laptop. I could probably just merge the videos, or at least the portion of this video together with the other one, but I'm like, nah. I mean, that kind of editing is something that my PC has a hard time doing to begin with, and even then, you know, like, I have no editing software to really do it with. And trust me, I tried. I've looked around. I can't find good editing software without having to fucking subscribe to a editing software subscription service. It's kind of annoying, let me tell you. And I don't get paid nearly enough to incorporate having to deal with that shit. Bioscience are confirmed. Be careful. Trust me, I already have a subscription service to Microsoft Word, to, fucking PlayStation now, because, you know, I just, you know, like, I got to a point to where, like, it's actually more convenient to talk to a friend, to a couple of friends, to, like, friends of mine, if I have the PlayStation stuff, so I'm like, fine, I'll do it. And there's also some other things that are useful that PlayStation 5 has that, having the subscription service works with, but it's like the other aspect of it is also the other subscription that I have is trying to remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Point being is that I've already got enough subscription services. I don't need any more subscription services. And none of them. Oh yeah, YouTube subscription. My actual YouTube account also has a YouTube premium service thing. So yeah, can't morph ball. That figures. So yeah. I mean, I use YouTube all the time, and I like to listen to YouTube while I'm working. So of course I'm gonna have a YouTube premium. Oh, there's an X-parasite. And I got it. Well, we can definitely tell what happened the hell here. Crazy shit happened here. Oh. I can grip ledges already. Sweet, that's not a separate upgrade. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimens could have hosted it. Oh, sweet, I can actually just fast forward that. That's actually kind of nice. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X-parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by the X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Alright, we're going to look for some hatches. Actually, I'm thinking. Okay, never mind. The game just railroaded me. This must be it. Yep. Save data complete. There's a research guy. Is there a reason why this thing is moving? I know you're supposed to be dead, but... yeah, whatever. I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beams can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. What was the point of going to that direction then? Whatever. I mean, who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth? Heh. The hand on the hip thing. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. That is a bit of irony, isn't it? Because it is him, you goofy broad. So what's your name? I don't have a name. Then what should I call you? I don't know, whatever you want. Alright, whatever, lady. I played too much DMC. I'm sorry. My DMC gaming is it's kind of showing. Great series, by the way. I watch VTubers play it, and it's funny, and it's fucking hilarious. I've seen VTubers play it, and I'm laughing my ass off every time because I'm like, these broads, they don't know how to play the game. It's not too bad though. A lot of them, they're not so bad. And even when they're bad, it's still fun because it's like when you know they're that bad, you just kind of want to root for them because you're just like, damn, she's really having a hard time of it. I just want to see if she can actually do it. The data room is just ahead. I think one particular one that I've been watching when it comes to DMC is, I believe, Sheena from Phase Connect. She does not play the game well by any stretch of the imagination, but download it, hold R, and press B. But I can't help but watch some of her playthroughs of it because I'm just like, I just want to see you win. I just want to see you succeed. Oh, it's locking me. Oh, this is starting to remind me of Dread now. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a a very special type of X-parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now, find a way to the target. It's almost too fun to not do that now every time. Huh? For a second there, I actually did a double jump. Or something equivalent to it. Whatever. I need to go this way. Man, the room changes a lot, though. These environments change. They're very, weirdly, constantly, they're constantly in a state of shifting. Whether it's color or whatever. It's like, I'm not sure what else to say. Hmm? I can't go back down. Hmm. Okay. And I can't leave this room, right? Hmm. Won't even be able to reach anything if they were that high. Alright. So either I'm doing something wrong, or... And I can't hold down the button either. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh. So yeah, those restore missiles. Thanks for your contributions to the Samus Foundation. A missile tank. I could definitely use that. Never had too many missiles. I missed an upgrade. Wow, they do a lot of damage. That's a... that's a lot of damage. Okay. Up. I'll take that. What's up here? Oh man, are they just gonna keep reviving that one? Anywhoozin'. So yeah, I think next I'll definitely do Knights of the Old Republic. I really like the second one though. That one is like, it's just so good. But I don't know if I want to do the second one. Ow. Ow. Alright, that's enough of that. The eye thing is usually a sign of the boss room, so... Not looking forward to this, but... Okay, now we have an energy tank, so it's not gonna be too bad, but I'm still gonna not like this. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, what the... Hot. Alright. So we're back to this. Open up. Alright. You know what's funny is that I actually fought that thing in AM2R. I do remember that boss, but in AM2R. Alright, I think I'm getting the picture here. Ow! So when it does that, it knocks me down. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. The goal here is to knock that around and then grab it. Alright. Morph ball ability recovered. Press down twice to morph. Sweet. So I got it back. Yep, they weren't kidding about the parasites having my abilities. Actually, I think we can officially say now that since we mostly got our upgrades from Choza Ruins, that instead of maybe downloading information that like gives you like the sort of data ability to switch, you know, the upgrades themselves, now it's more so like instead of getting the parts necessary for the upgrades, we're now just evolving to possess the upgrades because, you know, we're part Metroid now. And also apparently have X-parasite abilities or something like that. That's an interesting choice of change too. Kind of think of it, Metroid's also evolved too, don't they? Yeah, no. Alright. So we got that done. What's in here? Oh, it's a fucking recharge station? Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environments may also be linked to the earlier explosion. I see. Alright, so we need to get to elevator 1. I guess this is the main hub, the research hub. Oh, I didn't need this. Yeah, no. Stop preventing me from going places. There's an upgrade over there. Alright, up, and up we go. Yeah, I figured. Alright. Okay. There is a rocket locked door here. Or not. I guess maybe things are different from the mentality of Zero Mission, but still. I don't need to interact with this. Alright, now I'm more ball. Yippee-ki-yay. More missiles. That. Oh. So far, the game experience is pretty linear, but it's also kind of interesting because, I mean, because they're clearly trying to force you into a direction, but, you know, at the same time, it's also kind of interesting because, you know, the environments and areas change depending on, like, the state of where you are in the game, so at first it was kind of, like, ominous, and now it's a bit more urgent. And now there's, like, a dangerous air going on, and the music reflects that. It's the game's attempts to be more cinematic. Whoa. Oh. 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 Oh boy. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. So we have a zombie power suit Samus running around. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Is your objective clear? Now get moving. Alright. So, now we have an actual objective. Boy, oh boy. Well, Dread had its fair share of him possibly to kill enemies. I'm getting the feeling that we're gonna get some serious Nemesis vibes from this one. So we gotta clear the stabilizers and shit. Can't do anything about that one. Okay. I'm guessing this is the thing. Atmospheric stabilizers online. 4 units still malfunctioning. Oh, what the hell? There we go. I wanted that. Alright. I want to get to the save room first. Alright. See what's in the big room. More stabilizers. Come on, you know you wanna. it's another one. Okay. Came all the way in here just to grab that, but clearly I can't grab anything else. I don't know how Samus is gripping that with her arm cannon, but... Is that a space pirate? There are literally space pirate looking aliens in here. Oh man. I don't think I want to go over down there. Wait. Oh, that's some garbage. X-parasites infected everything, but that's to be expected. That health. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So how they respond is that they infect the wildlife that's in the background. Interesting. Okay. Missile capacity. I see, I see. Alright. Oh god, another boss. Here we go. Oh, what the fuck? Charge beam ability. Recovered, press and hold B to charge. Great. Oh, it's even wider too. Atmospheric levels equalized. All right. Oh, I see, it's down there. Guess we just head back through here. These enemies hurt. surprising how much damage they take from just a single enemy. Alright. The atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, Tro, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in Tro now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? Yes. Start moving. I'll brief you at the Tro navigation. Boy, oh boy. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. That was just his way of noting our trust. And how do you figure that? I'm already quite aware of the sort of relationship she has with Adam, but it's just like, you know, the English dub for that does not work well at all, according to everyone that I have ever heard, that I've ever seen do analysis videos on the fucking other end game. I have learned the identity of our mysterious saboteur. Samus, it's an X, mimicking you. I have named it the SAS. I believe the SAS came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine. That explosion breached the capsule containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAS is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAS is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SAS, just run. Don't think about fighting. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAS is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAS traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own, somehow, Samus. So first, find the security room and unlock level 1. Hatches, then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Is your objective clear? Keep an eye out for the SAX. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, and so it begins. Our nemesis is here. Imagine something like this in 3D. This shit would be wild. You have to avoid a doppelganger version of yourself. Alright, can't go this way. Not quite yet. Oh boy. I had to literally find the room. Find the security codes. Alright, this won't help me. So this is where it's locked, but... Damn it. You lose so much health from just one misstep. Oh man. You know, there's a lot of foliage and all kinds of, well, ecology as they would put it, in these rather industrious areas. It's not like this place has been abandoned or dead for that long, so I don't see why there's already plants and shit growing everywhere. Alright, here it is, the security room. Oh boy. Here we go. Here's where the fun begins. There's no fucking way we're not gonna run into the SAX on our way there. What the hell is this room? Just nothing? Just a whole lot of nothing? That's some nonsense. God, it halves your health. Ah. God, imagine it running into the SAX. Having to deal with that shit. Ugh. Well, you know what? Hang on. Since the SAX hasn't shown up yet. No, wait, that's right. I couldn't get the upgrade. There it is. Alright, bomb data got. Let's do it. And there it is. Missile tank. Alright. Got myself a missile tank. Oh boy. The door's been blown up. You know what that means. Ah, you know what? What's crazy about this is that because it's the full upgraded version of my power suit, it literally has morph ball. I can't even escape it through crevices and shit. That's crazy. That means if I do see it, I have to haul ass. I don't know which way to go. Well, I think I just went in the direction I'm supposed to go, but it's fine. man. Well, this is an interesting room. Alright, anyways. So, Oh, what the hell? So, the bombs worked on that, and, there's no map data for this location. I am literally wandering around just aimlessly. And when having to contend with something like the SAX, that's a bit disastrous. What's in the second door? There can't be just nothing. There is only nothing. Ugh. Another save room. They're actually giving me places to explore now instead of just railroading me through areas. That's gonna be useful. Oh, that's some bullshit. Wow, can't believe I just did that. Alright. Okay. So that's where I am. And the only other place I haven't been to is over there. Yeah, that doesn't help shit. Alright. The only other thing to do is just to get them out of here, I guess. But first I'll check this area again. Nope. Ay. Anyways, I'm being weirdly quiet now. At any rate. So yeah. I gotta stop saying that. I am currently stuck, it seems. I'm just having a lot of enjoyment exploring again. This game is really good at giving me shit to explore. But I can't go back the way I came, so something's out of place here. Okay. I definitely would like to do this a little bit, even if it's just like... I just can't stop thinking about that. Like, I know I kind of mentioned it, like, enough already. But it is a good game series, even if it is just, like, one installment of a game. That's particularly good. Okay. that isn't gonna make me jump. All this just to get thrown back out. Alright, what's in here again? This is what's in here. That's right. There doesn't seem to be any tubes or anything that'll pop out of the ground by bombing it. And those are usually not random anyways. Ah, crap, where do I go? Oh. Alright. I don't think I really need to shoot these, do I? Oh boy. And of course I can do bomb jumps. So the boss room's there, but I don't know how to get in there. Huh. The only thing I have is bombs and missiles. There must be something to this room. There has to be. What is up with this place? Kind of figured that would happen. Anyways, there's just nothing. If I try heading back. Oh yeah. I think I can go back, can I? Alright, well, I'm stuck here. Well, at any rate, so, what is going to be your guys' favorite game? I know a lot of people have pretty fond memories, and by that I mean in terms of Star Wars, because we all know that the Star Wars media is a little wacky these days. I actually heard not too long ago that Disney had to shut down their Galactic Star Cruiser, which is honestly good riddance. That was never Star Wars. That felt like a glorified Star Trek. It felt like a glorified Star Trek ripoff type of thing than it did Star Wars. It's like some sort of Star Trek bullshit with like a Star Wars coat of paint. I don't know. It was dumb from its conception. It certainly didn't help matters that, you know, a lot of people don't like the sequel trilogy, but that's neither here or there. Certainly not the rabid fans who would definitely spend money on your stupid Star Cruiser. Who want to go and spend a dime on something that doesn't even look like Star Wars, and the worst part of it being the insult to injury that is the sequel trilogy being, you know, stained with it. as its theme. So yeah. Not a lot of things helping Disney in that matter, but yeah, otherwise it's you know, like in terms of Star Wars games though, I'd have to say the games that I grew up with, a lot of them were Star Wars related. I played Battlefront 2, I played Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, and which inevitably led me to going to play Jedi Outcast. And I wanted to play some of the earlier ones, but then I realized, oh wait, those games are on fucking PlayStation 1 discs or some shit. You're never gonna be able to play those games. Oh yes, the Jedi Knight series and its epic adventure with Kyle Katarn. Probably one of the best Jedi characters in the entire franchise. Outside of Luke, of course, but Kyle is actually kind of like a straightforward character. He's actually a sort of cool, bearded character. He's actually a fucking Chad. He is a straight Giga Chad. He is not a soy boy at the slightest. That he's not like a young or potentially like a youthful looking baby boy like Luke Skywalker is. That guy is a man. And it's kind of interesting to play the game from the perspective of someone that isn't typically Luke Skywalker or his father. Or even just from like the other types of characters that the Star Wars games tend to focus on, especially when it comes to like original trilogy stuff and Clone Wars stuff. Because it's like, oh, well, of course, you have to focus on the main leading characters from the movies. But no, Kyle Katarn's just like, nah, I'm gonna be my own man. I don't need Luke. I don't need Skywalker. I don't need any Skywalker to make my game work. I just need to be myself. At any rate, though, I love the Jedi Knight games. I grew up playing those. I grew up playing Knights of the Old Republic. I grew up with a lot of things. To say that the Star Wars games isn't my favorite part of Star Wars is an understatement. And Jedi Survivor is pretty good. It's actually pretty up there. And Cal's direction and well, his handling in that game and his character has been so great that it's basically an evolution of his character. Cal Kestis has evolved from being like a young, potentially 18 or 16 something, to being a literal, or he went from being a manlet to being a literal man in like the span of but in the span of one game. And it's amazing just how crazy great he looks in Survivor. Because he's actually pretty cool now. At first I thought this guy could literally pass for a soy boy, but no. He is like the furthest thing from it. Although you could certainly still make him into a soy boy. You could just turn him into a soy man. Just give him a stupid, like, a bushy beard and, like, maybe, like one of those, ponytail bun things, and he'll look like your soy-filled, reject of a human being. But that's neither here or there. Jesus, where do I go? Yeah, I am stuck. I haven't needed to resort to any bullshit involving looking up where to go next in the in Zero mission, so hopefully I won't need to do that here. Hopefully I won't need to do that here. Yeah, hopefully I won't need to do that here, but it's looking like it. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways, but yeah. I think that the direction that they took his character was pretty interesting because it's very Star Wars. It's like Respawn understands Star Wars better than even fucking Lucasfilm does. Better than even Disney does. Holy crap, do they understand it better than Lucasfilm and Disney does. I'm actually, and that's sad, by the way. Lucasfilm is literally their only job description is doing and creating Star Wars and making good Star Wars content that is emblematic of Star Wars, and they can't even get that right. At least not in the films they couldn't. It probably would have helped. I wouldn't even be surprised if maybe it's not necessarily Lucasfilm's fault. It might just be that they hired the wrong people to helm those movies, which... Either way, that's still a stupid decision to hire a bunch of directors that don't know what the fuck they're actually doing. Colossal, monumentally ridiculous decision. But yeah, Cal's journey goes into some interesting directions. He literally was like a kid who didn't know anything, who was struggling to maintain his own sanity and just surviving and just trying to get through every single encounter, to being like, yep, I'm a cocky, swaggery badass who goes around swashbuckling my way through everything, and also I now have a team of people, and I kick a lot of ass. And I take no names, and I slay all the bitches. Well, actually, no, he doesn't slay all the bitches. He just slays the I can't even say big titty goth GF ones, because Marin isn't exactly a big titty chick. But anyways, point being, everything about his character is great. It's a massive improvement from the first one, but it's a massive improvement in the best way, because he's actually coming into his own. He's actually feels like a Jedi. He feels like someone who should be at the helm of a Star Wars title, and not just some whiny pushover or something like that. I was actually kind of concerned when they made the sequel to Survivor. I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't sure where they were gonna take Cal's story. Because Jedi Fallen Order was great, but it did not do a lot to help you endear yourself to Cal as a character. Like, Cal's a good character because he's just a guy. He's just a kid. And he's just trying to figure out what he needs to do, who he wants to be, like how he fits into everything. He's basically like a kid first discovering that there is a world out there, and that you need to actually be a somebody in order to find success in real life, and you need to figure out who the fuck you actually are, and you need to apply yourself to it well. But it's like, he goes from being that kind of kid to suddenly being like, yep, I know exactly what I'm all about, and I give absolutely no fucks, and I get all the shit done. I almost went back to the bitches again, but anyways, yeah, Cal's just great. I like his character. I like his growth as a character. He's turning into a character that you actually want to root for. And in Survivor, that's especially true. Like he slowly gains confidence in the first game, but it's still like a very subtle confidence. But in Survivor, he's like, oh yeah, I'm actually cool. I'm pretty badass, and no one can touch me. My only real gripe, and I wonder if it's something to do with this room. My only real gripe with Cal, with the Survivor, is that it's, so far with the game, is that it's not the worlds aren't as interesting. Wow, I finally found it. the worlds aren't as interesting. Like, you can't explore Coruscant, for example, to the highest leisure possible. You can't really enjoy or really delve into the cityscapes of Coruscant. You're literally stuck in like the beginning parts of the game. Like, there's an opening section of the game that introduces you to a lot of the combat elements and everything when you first start out, and that's the only area you get exposed to. Like, after you leave Coruscant for the first time and go to the main planet that you're going to be rummaging around through. And it feels like that for a lot of other planets too. Like, the other planets are kind of just like, they're there and they only have one use, which is to deliver a story to you and also supply you with collectibles. Cosmetic things. All of which are fine. They're great in their own right. But they're just not, you know, like, they're just a little bit one note, you know. They're clearly weren't developed to, like, be hub worlds you can return to go and investigate things further. I actually kind of like Survivor, though, still, regardless of this fact, because at least the one world that they actually did put a lot of emphasis on is actually fucking great to explore. The only thing that I hate is that a lot of the areas are gated off, and you don't know which areas are gated off and which ones aren't until, you know, you fucking go and, you know, and see it for yourself or experience it. But it's like there's a lot of those areas. Like, there's a lot of gated off areas to the point to where, like, you know, it's better off if you don't even return to a lot of these areas until after, like, you get all the upgrades. And when I looked up reviews for the game, they said about as much too. They were just like, well, the game's great, but the exploration part is a little bit hampered. You're better off just like trying to find some, like, all the upgrades before you start exploring, because you get barred pretty quickly from investigating places. And that's the only thing that I hate about some games. Is like, yeah, there's a lot of exploration potential, but it's like, if the game is actively telling you to go fuck yourself when you try to go investigate things by barring you from like a good percentage of the shit, then what's the point of even exploring, right? What's the point of even exploring if you're just gonna be barred for most of it? Might as well wait until you get all the upgrades and then go explore, which is pretty dumb. The exploration should be the flavor of the game. It should be the thing that gets you motivated to want to play the game more, and to want to spend more time in the world, and really invest yourself into exploring its boundaries. Not literally just relegated to, like, after the fact of getting all the upgrades and getting through a lot of the major chunks of the story beats, which is kind of annoyingly dumb. But anyways, that's just my personal opinion, and that's just my kind of gripe with it. Other than that, the combat's pretty good. Like, if it's one thing that really needed an improvement from the first game was the gameplay. Like, the gameplay isn't bad, but in the first game, but it clearly could use a bit more work. They got the baseline mechanics of what they wanted to do in the game done pretty well, but they clearly needed to fine-tune it, and I'm glad that they used Survivor as a template. Well, they used Fallen Order as a template to make Survivor basically a polished version of that, which is good. I wanted a polished version of that game. I think that's Cal's journey through Survivor is that much better as a result of not only the gameplay being good, but even some of the traversing aspects are a lot better too. Like, for example, you don't have to press the fucking left trigger every time you want to climb something. Cal just fucking grabs it and you don't have to do shit. He just literally grabs the thing and it's just like, alright, let's just go ahead and just continue climbing. That's probably one of my not necessarily a pet peeve of mine, but it's like one of the things that's, you know, like when I start to get comfortable and I'm not paying attention to the game that much, you know, one of the things that always suddenly surprises me is like, oh shit, I just fell to my death because I wasn't paying attention for like a split second, and suddenly now I'm falling to my death because I didn't press the left trigger when I wanted to climb onto something. Also, I felt like the combat of Fallen Order was a bit clunkier. For a Souls-like, it's not too bad, but as far as how good the game is in terms of its combat, it's good, it's serviceable, but I feel like that a lot of it does feel a little too clunky. I don't know how best to explain it because it's been a bit since I played Fallen Order, but I remember that the game did not feel that great to play. I mean, it made you feel like a Jedi. It felt like you were, you know, kind of like a badass at certain points, but you still felt like you were very much like you didn't know what the hell you were doing half the time. In fact, I would actually say that's kind of the byproduct of Cal's character at the current point of the story. I guess if you want to think about it, it's superb roleplay through game mechanics. Because it's, you know, like, you literally feel like you're not doing that much in terms of like, you know, like in terms of like what the full potential of what Cal's abilities could possibly do when you're playing Fallen Order. Fallen Order feels very much like Cal as he's just getting into the swing of things, which is exactly what his story is about. It's him reconnecting with the Force. It's him trying to build back up what he had lost from the failing of the Clone Wars and the slaughter of the Jedi Order. Anyways, but yeah, Cal's story gets a major improvement in Survivor, and as well as his character. And he actually acts like a Jedi. Like, he doesn't like just bubble his way through encounters now, and even through some conversations, he actually feels like a Jedi. He even talks like one. He even, like, in moments of battles, he literally takes the time to, like, before defeating his enemies, lecturing them about how, like, I know who you are, I know what you're like, I know how you feel about this certain situation, and let me tell you, it's, this is not the best way to handle your problems. I've already been down here several times. I've been to a lot of these places several times, man. I am literally lost still. I thought I was getting somewhere at one point, but then I'm like, oh, no, there's nothing here. Which is dumb, by the way. I'm assuming that's a hiding spot. That one long hallway is just a hiding spot to get away from the SAX. I don't know. I haven't encountered it yet, but I'm assuming there's going to be some hiding spots like there were in Zero Mission from the Space Pirates. That shit was great, by the way. I love that segment. Proceed to the navigation room, except I can't get to the navigation room. I am literally fucking stuck. I don't have any way to go. I'm literally up shit creek here. The game has only given me a few things, and it's literally just bombs, a suit, a charge beam, missiles. That's about it. Can't tell you how many times I've been in this room. I've tested these walls, I have shot these walls, I have done everything I can to everything, and I have found nothing. Nothing. and then there was a good chunk of time where I just focused on trying to find exits, and I couldn't find them. I clearly am doing something entirely dumb or wrong, and I just haven't realized it yet. Whatever. It's actually the, near the end of the video anyway, so I guess I could just stop this here for a bit. But yeah, all in all, I like Survivor. Survivor is, it's a pretty great game. Alright, well, at any rate, Fusion is, although it's, my progress has been halted severely, for the most part, because I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do or where the fuck I'm supposed to go, but I'm still enjoying the game so far. I wasn't sure how this game was going to turn out. I wasn't sure what this game was going to be like. I had a lot of expectations going into it, but so far, I like the story and atmosphere, and there's actual dialogue this time around. There's an actual narrative here, which is surprising. Wasn't expecting there to be an actual narrative framework woven into the gameplay, but yeah, anyways. So, other than that, but yeah, I think next I'm gonna try, playing, Knights of the Old Republic, because once I get done with Tales, and since I'm already done with, Metroid Zero Mission, you know what? I think I could take a break from the Metroid series for a bit and just focus on some other game too. Let's focus on something else, you know? Or at least try to, you know, like, or at least take some breaks from Fusion. Because, I mean, like, I've seen the views on my Metroid videos, and they're not exactly getting a whole lot of views, so I don't think too many people are gonna be missing them. So yeah, Fusion might be different, who knows? But I'll keep an eye out on it. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping to get started on Knights of the Old Republic because now that I've sat here and I thought about it a lot, extensively, because now that's all I've had to do for like the past hour. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm still debating if I want to do the first one or the second one. I like the idea of doing the first one, but again, the story is very Star Wars-y. The first game is very much like a love letter to Star Wars, to OG Star Wars, to the movies, the prequels, you know, all the great things. It's like Star Wars greatest hits in a single video game. That's what Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic feels like to me. With even like a big, like, Luke, I am your father moment in near the 75th percent point mark of the game. But yeah. I'm thinking maybe Knights of the Old Republic would be a good one. I don't know. We'll see. At any rate, this game has been great. I know I haven't been talking about this particular game so far, but that's only because, well, I mean, there hasn't really been much to discuss so far. The only thing we do know is that the parasites are on the loose. The main cause of that is the SAX, which is just Samus's power suits. A X-parasite version of Samus running around fucking shit up, and other than that, there's no real sort of story here. There's just like, you know, it's just there's an outbreak, and you're trying to escape from a lot of the bullshit that is as a result of the outbreak. It's you know, you're just trying to deal with a lot of the issues that are born from the outbreak. But anyways, that's just basically it so far. There hasn't been any real meat to it yet, and maybe there will be. I mean, the game is probably just going to be focused on the outbreak sort of like scenario to begin with anyways, which that isn't too bad. I just hope that the enemy varieties and, you know, the story progression is a little bit more robust than, you know, like just simply like like make it through the ship and find a way off the ship and survive the SAX and all that other good shit. I'm sure that'll be the majority of the gameplay, but I hope the narrative isn't gonna be that to a T. Like, maybe it'll have some interesting sort of, like, mystery to it, or maybe, I don't know. There's gonna, you know, some type of flavor, but maybe not stick so hard to the survival part of it. But anyways, yeah. Point being is that I'm very interested to see where the story's gonna go with this one, but yeah, as soon as I can figure out how to get the fuck out of here, I can definitely focus on the story aspects of it. So yeah. That being said, I guess I can just stop it here. No sense needing to elongate the video for more than it needs to be honest. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.